Hi folks, hope you're all doing good. Today in my video, I'm going to take you to a tour of my kitchen pantry. So here I have 3.5 pantries basically. So this is that I don't know what you call the drawer one kind of things. So you can see that I've arranged all my stuff with labels over here. Yeah, the top one was random. This one which I'm showing you is all the masalas. And yep, this is where I store all my ceramic ware glasses. And below that I store all the masalas which I use for my cooking. And you can see that all of them are labeled very well. Also, I have my measuring items here, food measuring items here that I store like this. Yes, and I have a bunch of powders, yeah, mesa mix, dry mint leaves, mixed herbs, and all that. So I use a lot of flavoring in my food, which I love. And yes, those are the extra bottles with the caps that I store down. Below that, I store the fresh garbage bags and my chakli maker. Yep, so these are the racks that you can see over here. I just love this. It really helps me to stay very well organized, And as you can see at the behind the door also, there is the rack arrangement. Yes, these are the random items that I used to make my masala powders. I always, even though I put the bottles for wash, I make sure that I change the label, except the one which is at the left, which I'm sorry I didn't change that. So it's easier for me to grab it and use for cooking instead of just meddling with all the stuff and searching the items. And this is where I store all my baking items in this particular rack. So that's how they are organized. It's based on their the cooking or the mm, cuisine that I'm making. So if I want something for baking, all that is in that rack. So that's how I make it. Even all the masala powders are in one rack. And this is one of the gift from my cousin, and I'm using that. There I store all my baking foil sheet and my oil and my thermo flask. This is one of the other pantry. On the top shelf, as you saw, I have stored all my god silverware, and these are basically the bulk of stock jeera mustard seeds that we use every day in our Indian cooking. So I store a lot of that, and that's what you can see. There are my breakfast items which are labeled. Yes, I don't use coffee powder, I use instant coffee. We use two different, even green coffee, and all my silverwares. Also store my biscuits in that particular box. Drink a lot of green tea. Yeah, so I use all of these in a bulk amount. That's why you can see that they're stored in big containers like this, airtight containers. And yes, I use a lot of soya chunks, high in protein, kishmish, corn kernels, like snack, ghee, entire ghee. And this is where I keep my cooker weights and the idli weight also. So I do not, as you can see, I don't use the packets and just ziplock it. I prefer to store them in boxes like that, airtight boxes. So this is where I store all my mixie and food processor and Wonder Chef items here, with all the jugs and all those accessories. Yep, grinder, blender, whatever you can name it. Yes. And there I store all my rice kind of items, rice, avalaki, peanuts, chutney powder, dry red chilies. So these are basically the entire stocks that I store in bulk amount. As I cook, I can come to know whether they are less or not, so I can place an order. And as you can see, my masala box is tadka powders and masala. Yes, that's what I use on every day. And these are basically the powders that I used for my sambar, rasam, ghee, and all those things. You can see that I haven't stored a lot of items. If I want, I buy it fresh. Otherwise, but I do not over store it like this. So, yep. And as you can see, I haven't overstocked all of these together, so that it makes it difficult for me to know what is where. So it is easily available. There are 5 to 6 in just one rack, as you can see, which is very easy to maintain, me keep them well organized. This is basically my stocks. Behind that, I showed you, those were the masala powders, the biscuits. I store all my Wonder Chef and my food processor items in those 2 cornflakes box. Yes, I do not throw away stuff. And you can see a lot of Lays and picnic chips, and all these are the stocks that I keep in handy, especially oil, rice, and all that. So below here you can see the kg gatle items like chakki fresh atta, tur dal, wheat flour, and rice. So that's much. That is where I store all my items. These 2 are the cupboards. These 3 compartments are where I store the lot of items, and this is a small compartment which is near to the stove, where I store all my daily easy accessible items like jaggery powder, rock salt, honey. Those clips that you've seen, this is my book where I write down my recipes with a pen, salt, pink salt, no white salt, and that's my leftover coffee packet. That's my dishwasher tablets, and this much is what I use on a daily basis. Okay, so guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I really enjoyed making it too. And if you did also enjoy watching it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and also let me know if you want to, which you have any ideas for me to do. So I would definitely do a video on that. And make sure to subscribe to my channel, and also do not miss to watch the other 2 videos. Bye guys.